Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. TGIF, yeah, y'all. We made it to Friday, I guess. What a weird week as far as the experience of time goes. Like, on the one hand, Monday seems forever ago when we did our herb of the week, turmeric. On the other hand, it's like, did this week even happen? Like, it went so fast, but yeah, we did so much. In my personal life, I did a lot too. And even just this morning, I did a lot. It's already 11:20, so my early morning streak with you is officially over. I did get up fairly early, but I did other recordings this morning. I did the Daniel Scranton recording, and then I recorded the remainder of chapter 6 in the Course in Miracles, which was pretty tricky. I screwed up a few times, but I kept going. It's interesting. Narrating is very, very interesting. And sometimes it's like little teeny words that mess you up, or the order of them. And you don't realize sometimes how like your brain wants to assume the sentence structure, and then like if it's a little different than what you're used to, like, I don't know. I just felt my brain glitch out a few times this morning. But I did finish chapter 6. I'm uploading it to my YouTube channel. And yay, good job, Sadie. All right, so while I was doing, in between one of those, when I was uploading one of those videos, or probably the Arcturian one, I picked the cards. So they've been on the table just waiting for me. Then my mom visited, so then you had to wait longer. So sorry about that. But she brought us water. We were out of drinking water, and I just appreciate her water delivery service so much. Whew. So, are you ready to get some numbers? We've got, okay, one just chucked itself out as I was shuffling. Let's get going. The first pile is number 36. We'll get some numbers for these piles. You could just pick left, middle, right if you're like that, or you can pick which number resonates the most with you. Okay, our middle pile is number 7. Ooh. And our last number also threw itself on the floor face down, and it is 83. All right, so your choices are 36, 7, or 83. 36 has a light gray border, medium gray border. Number 7 has a green border, and 83 yellow sunshine border around that number. So there you go, 36, 7, or 83. I know which one I have to pick. But 36 feels pretty good too, probably because like 3 plus 6 is 9, a number of completion. I don't really know what 7 represents other than my life path number for me. Like, I don't know what 7 represents for you, really. I don't really think about the number 7 other than in a very selfish way. And then 83, that's an 11, actually. 8 plus 3 equals 11. Master number. So, hey, whichever one you want, you can just listen to all the cards. We're going to have a hypnotic language card. We're going to have a plant spirit card, a flower whisper, a botanic whisper, a flower essence, a soul flower, and then an Andara crystal activation. So that should do ya. So real quick before we get started on these piles, thank you, Turmeric, for hanging out with us, being our herb of the week. getting us to stick with it, right? All the things that we said we were going to do, we're going to do it. We're not going to quit. But yet at the same time, we're going to welcome change. Kind of, if it ain't serving us, know to let go of it. And really, such a strong message of stepping into teacherness, teacher roles. I mean, everywhere I go, like, I'm hearing a message of teaching what you know. And as I'm reading the Course in Miracles, guess what chapter 6 was all about? Yeah, teaching what you want to learn. So anyways, remember that if you want to learn and have peace in your life, then you need to teach peace. If you want to learn how to be more loving, then you teach love. I mean, everything that you're teaching, you're learning. Everything that you're learning, you're teaching. It's just kind of like that. And it's up to you to choose what's good for you and what's good for the world and what's right, like really right for you. So anyways, how about shining your light and sharing your love? Does that feel right to you? Radiating your intentions in everything you do, being a walking embodied prayer. Does that feel right? Well, turmeric says, yeah, do the work and allow your hearts to guide you. That's what turmeric says. So anyways, thank you, turmeric, for hanging out. Let's do your affirmations one more time. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our steadfast herb of the week, turmeric. And I'm so happy you're here with me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. And so it is. Okay, so my biggest challenge is always just trying to figure out how to lay out the cards so that I can take a square picture of them so they'll fit in the picture for Instagram. Yes, I base everything off my Instagram. All right, no, I don't. 36. So, why did you pick this number? Tell me. Is it because you are 36, or are you just really looking forward to certain cycles in your life being finished, completed, over? For the love of God, can we move on to something new? 36. Let's just jump right into your plant spirit oracle. Oh yeah, just gonna jump right into it and see what plant we have to lead our way today. And it's definitely gonna easily lead you. It's knotweed, Knot, not weed. And it's like a knotweed knight. He's got full armor on, full armor, and knotweed horns growing out of his head, and he's standing in the thicket of knotweed, the bush. I mean, you know how knotweed can literally take over an area, like amazingly aggressive. Knotweed comes with 3 keywords: defenses, resiliency, preparation. So we've got this knight, this warrior, and his shield is a big old knotweed leaf, like oversized, ridiculous. It's really awesome. So it's like, yeah, like I do feel like there's this vibe with 36 of like, you have been so resilient, like just incredible knighthood. Like, sir, I should take a sword and tap it on each of your shoulders. Like, wow, you have like passed the test. You are so, turmeric would be proud of you. Yeah, turmeric is definitely proud, resiliency. But yeah, you're always prepared. This does have a message of like defensive,ness though, like your shield's up, you're wearing full body armor, right? So we'll see if that's serving you or not. Maybe it's almost time that you could let your guard down, or this might be a message that it's time to put your guard up and just be ready for whatever. We'll see. All right, so let's see what the flower whisper above says. Weeds are flowers too once you get to know them. Okay, so double weed. You got double weed so far, not weed. And then also just, the topic of perception, right? So really like how you perceive your garden defines whether or not it is beautiful to you or not weed. It's like, do you love the plants around you? And as when I say plants, I mean everything. Do you love the circumstances, the situation, the experiences, your environment, people? Do you love these people, these weeds? Do you see that they're flowers? They're truly flowers? Or are you labeling your experiences as unwanted and something that you must whack down with your knightly sword, right? So it's like someone might look at knotweed and be like, oh, these freaking weeds, man, they're everywhere. Someone else might be like, look at all this medicine. Look at all this medicine to help people with Lyme's disease, right? Like it really depends on how you look at things. Like I don't laugh, but I say like, oh, isn't it funny? People be spraying knotweed with pesticides, like cursing it, being so mad at it, while at the same time they're struggling with Lyme's disease. And it's like, you idiot, that is your medicine. Your medicine is right there. Like the burro always spraying along the river. Like, you idiot. You could harvest all that knotweed and actually create a product or a market for your community, but instead you're just going to go about it in the wrong way. Like there's your community's medicine and potential business where you could make money harvesting and selling the knotweed, but instead you're going to say, no thank you, I don't want this medicine, and instead I'm going to buy all this expensive chemical poison and pay money for that to poison our water supply. Good job, authority. Good job. I'm so glad you're in charge. All right, your hypnotic language card, if you pick the first pile, is number 9. Yes, double 9s. You got the 9 of diamonds. How quickly? How quickly? ... question mark. Use this pattern to speed things up in a session if you're running low on time. It tends to automatically kick things into a faster speed. How quickly will you find those unconscious resources? And how quickly will you install them so you feel so much better? How quickly are you going to prepare yourself for your next cycle? How quickly would you like to get to know the weeds so you see them as flowers? How quickly, the 9 of diamonds... Okay, diamonds are all about work-related and deal with affairs out of the house. The 9 of diamonds is has a message about surprises, about money, great new business opportunity, restless to change. Restless to change. Like you're ready to change. You're ready to change. Surprise, here's some money. Or it says about money. I hope it's a good surprise. But also a new business idea or opportunity, something good. That's what I'm saying. Like enough of this struggle and strife with you having to wear full body armor. Like maybe if you can start to see the weeds as flowers and start to change your perception on your life and on your reality, we can finish this cycle, we can learn the lesson and move forward into a new opportunity. Heck yeah, a business opportunity. Why don't you start harvesting all that knotweed and get yourself some money? I know. People are always like that too. Like, oh, do you harvest the plants in your yard and sell them on Etsy? And I'm like, no. No. Why not? Let's see what flower essence we've got. 29, the Star of Bethlehem. Ooh, she is gorgeous. And she has a light and medium gray covering around her. It seems like she's naked except for this shawl. And the Star of Bethlehem is also the same color. So I just am noticing that it matches the border of your number 36. But this is number 29. And it is Star of Bethlehem. So now flower essences are good for your emotional body and emotional issues and mental things. And the Star of Bethlehem says, you have had bad experiences and it is difficult to forget them. This flower will help you to find closure with the past that traumatized you, rediscover your sense of wholeness, and mend your life fabric. Open new doors. Okay, so this really is like a wonderful flower essence to go with the messages that are already on the table. Yeah, this cycle that we'd like to end now maybe has not been so great. Star of Bethlehem is like, yeah, it's not so great because we would call that a bad experience. So it is difficult to forget them. However, you must release it because it's not serving you to hold on to the past anymore. So we've got to find closure with any past trauma and become whole again. So the fabric, our life fabric, that makes us feel safe and secure and complete in wholeness. What can you do to help mend this and help heal and help release your past? What do you need to do to find closure? Because this whole body suit of metal armor that you've been wearing around, it's getting heavy. It's getting hard to move around and feel comfortable if you've always got your defenses up. I mean, yeah, it's like drilled into our brains. You got to be prepared, ready for anything. Okay, fine. I understand your reasoning. However, if you're always preparing for the worst, then you are summoning the worst. Okay? You get what you prepare for. So instead of preparing for the worst or for history to repeat itself or for your past traumas to keep on haunting you, let's prepare for something different now. How quickly can you find closure with the past? How quickly can you go inside yourself and rediscover your sense of wholeness? How quickly would you like to open new doors? So 9 of Diamonds said, hey, there's a new business opportunity waiting for you. But yeah, if you're stuck in the past, in the old cycle, in your old ways, you might miss it, or you just might not be a match to it. So let's do what you gotta do. Your botanic whisper is helichrysum. Man, this stuff smells amazing. It's also called everlasting. Helichrysum is a bright yellow flower. Do you ever hear me talk about Shuffle Tarot? I only talk about her YouTube channel every day this week. I'm pretty sure she has some dried helichrysum flowers on her table. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. They are so much sunshine. I mean, just incredible. Gold. And they have a message for you today about miracles, about regeneration, and the sun. Now, the flip side or dark side or negative side might be about shadows and about short-lived. However, I feel like the message you're looking for is the first one, the one about miracles. Because when I said it's time to heal that past trauma and let it go, there was a part of you that thought, well, that would take a fucking miracle. Yep, and guess what? You're going to get it. Because you're going to finally change the way you think. And once you change the way you think, it will change everything in your experience. True healing and regeneration are forever within my power. I acknowledge the shadows within me, but I choose to walk in the sun. So yeah, there's shadows, there's darkness, there's all of that in a bag of nasty chips. But I don't choose that anymore. I choose to walk in the sun, in the love, in the light, and the bag of organic chips. Okay? There's always a choice. I'm getting hungry. Anyways, so here we are talking about healing your past and letting go of your past traumas. And helichrysum comes in. If you can afford some of this oil, please get it for yourself. It is so incredible. It really is. I've seen it labeled as everlasting or Heli, Hella, that's how I say it, helichrysum, CHRYSUM. Oh man, don't rely on me. But anyways, when I smell it, I actually have an old bottle in here. Yeah, it's from Ambrosial's Premium Essential Oils and Absolutes, Everlasting, Helichrysum Italicum, and it's from the island of Corsica. And this is so old, there's really like hardly any oil left in it, but every once in a while I open it up just to smell it. Oh, it's like this dirty perfume, but I love it. It's like nothing else. It's like I don't even know how to describe this smell, but other than I love it. I love it so much. And while I'm in here, I also love lip balm. All right, so you can heal. You can heal. True healing and regeneration are forever within your power. You have the ability to heal because you have the ability to change your thoughts. You have the ability to take wrong thinking and correct it into right thinking. That's a lesson from the Course in Miracles. So maybe this is yet another call to you personally to look into the Course in Miracles and think about doing it with me in 2021. Choose to walk in the light. Yes, you have a shadow side. Yes, you have darkness. Yes, you have trauma. Yes, you have bad shit that you could focus on if that's what you wanted, but you're not going to do that anymore because you picked number 36, which is a number 9 energy, and you are finished doing that to yourself again and again and again and again. And now you're going to choose to walk in the light. So that's why we've got all these yellow flowers just beaming the golden ray of sun, solar consciousness to you. So bask in that energy and choose that for yourself. Okay, your soul flower is also very, very goldeny, and it's Lady's Mantle with Nurturance. So I'm going to just bend this card so it doesn't slide all over the place. So you got Lady's Mantle, and it is a message of nurturance. So I feel like this is perfect. Also, the Star of Bethlehem lady has golden blonde hair. I didn't really see it until now. There's so much golden light. And even the Knight on your Knotweed card has golden light behind him. Right around him, it's golden, and then in the sky, it's red. Okay. But I'm glad Lady's Mantle is here for you because, yeah, you do need to be held. Just like the Star of Bethlehem is holding, she's letting that fabric wrap around her, like, hold me. Even Helichrysum, the model that's like covered in gold glitter paint that's in this picture, she too has like one arm wrapped around her and the other one on her forehead, but it's kind of also, I'm holding myself. So Lady's Mantle is coming in to hold you. Like being held in your mother's arms, Lady's Mantle brings feelings of gentle reassurance and joyful contentment to your body, mind, and soul, especially during times of upheaval and change. Know that you are loved and fully supported in all ways. You have all the inner resources you need to be happy and whole. So here's another message of you becoming whole, you becoming complete within yourself. So this is a message that is like, listen, everything that was said to you today is inner work. Don't look outside of yourself for someone else to comfort and hold you right now. That's only going to like activate your codependency tendencies. You need to hold yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to understand that everything you need, all your resources, information, knowledge, unconditional love, support, wisdom, guidance, inner voice, you goddess, is within you. So end this cycle by only relying on yourself for now, right? Forever, actually. But it's like, listen, maybe part of that maybe that part of that trauma was because, you know, you thought someone else was going to take care of you and they didn't. And like, this is just kind of like, hey, regenerate yourself, heal yourself by looking within to the light within you, okay? In everything you have. You are fully supported in every way. But it's really best to look for that support where it is instead of where it isn't. It is inside of you. It is not in another human. Okay? It is in nature, but it is not in your ego workplace. Do you know what I mean? You got to start knowing where to look for the good stuff and the good stuff that you need to feel whole again. So without telling you too much to do, I'm just saying, it's really best to try to like appreciate everyone and everything, but really, really go within for a while and get your self-love pumped up. You know, really, time to do your healing work. Okay, so we're like yellow, golden. You're ending with the Ondarian shaman brown. You're ending with brown. Okay, here you go. Here's your activation from the Ondarian crystal oracle. As you hold me, so all I'm looking at is a very, it's so brown. It's dark. So we can look at this picture. You can look on my Instagram or just imagine some brown. It looks like a chunk of brown glass, dark brown rock made out of glass. As you hold me, allow roots to grow from your base chakra, extending deep into Mother Earth. Allow me to ground, nurture, and support you as you walk in gentle beauty on this blessed planet. Fully inhabiting your body will bring you great pleasure. It is safe to be in your human body. My deep brown hue will bring you great comfort and give you the courage to make the necessary life choices that will serve you. Okay, so this indicates to me, as it's giving you more nurturing, more grounding, more support. One, it says to me that maybe some of your past trauma was physical. Okay, so, or it could be emotional too, but like with that message, like, yo, it's safe for my dog to zip it, and it's safe for you to be in your body now. Okay, so what happened to you as a child, what happened to you in the past, in your past relationships, that is over now. You need to fully release this trauma and know that you are safe now. It is safe to be in your human body. It is safe to let your body heal. It is safe to let your heart heal and your mind heal. Okay, so choose the light, even though you have every reason to hold on to what happened to you. Right? No one would, if you didn't want to let it go, it's like everyone's like, well, I don't blame you. Okay, but I just have to be the one person in your life that says, yeah, except when you hold on to past experiences like that, you might as well drink a little poison every day while you're at it, because that's what it's doing to you. It's poisoning you. It might be keeping extra weight on your body, because it's like you got that knotweed defensive thing, and it's like if you're having trouble losing weight, some people hold extra fat on their body that they don't need, except for the fact that they've been traumatized, and they feel on a really unconscious level, they feel like that protects them. And so once they do their healing work, they're like, oh my God, I just like dropped 20 pounds. Yeah, because you don't feel like you need to wear a suit of armor anymore. You've done your healing work. You feel whole. You feel safe. You feel nurtured. So, and then finally, your last thing, it's like, remember I said, look for that support where it's at. In the rocks, in the trees, in the flowers, in the plants, in the herbs, in the weeds. That's unconditional love. It truly is. Nature, animals, the sky, the sun, all of that will support you and love you and give you good energy. So I'm not saying there is not good people to have in your life. I'm just saying it's hard to expect other people to give you what you need whenever like they've got their own issues, their own healing work, their own self-love to figure out. And they're just truly not capable of it. But a plant, a dog, father, son, they can love you. So anyways, there you go, number 36. How quickly are you ready to open up new doors for yourself? How quickly are you ready and excited to end the old cycles and now really start to walk in the light? All right, moving on to the middle pile, number 7. All right. That first number is always the doozy, isn't it? Okay, here's number 7. All right. Let's just jump right into, I like jumping into the Plant Spirit Oracle. This is by Dana O'Driscoll. And ooh, we've got Bay Laurel. Now, he is reversed. What's he all about? Death, endings, closure. Okay, so if you are signing up for all of the piles, doesn't this just go right in? Like this is already a spin-off of number 36. So it's like, yeah, let's be done with this. Let's be done. Let's put some closure on it. Let's tie up the loose strings. Right, that expression always makes me roll my eyes. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But anyways, but he's reversed. So he reminds me of the Hanged Man reversed, actually. Like he's just hanging there, his arms, like he's like free, like falling like a torpedo, but he's not. He's anchored in there. Oh my gosh, and this is the card that it always freaks me out because I don't see it at first. There is his dead form, his dark form on the ground. So this is like he's ascended into something else. He's released a past version of himself. So yeah, this is basically like if you want to get a message from all of them. So if you heeded the advice of the first pile, number 36, you're like, okay, this is basically your rebirth message, right? You're getting that closure. Now it is reversed for you number 7s. So that kind of makes me think, what's holding you back from really letting this go? What's holding you back? Why are you still tethered to that old version of yourself that's not serving you anymore? It probably is just out of habit or possibly other people's expectations of you. Like they expect you to act a certain way. They assume you're going to do certain things. You always make dinner, so why wouldn't you make dinner tonight, right? It's just like you get yourself into these commitments, confinements, whatever you want to call them. So it's like, what is it about letting that past version of yourself go fully? Do you feel like you're going to be missing out if you let that part of you go? Something to contemplate. All right, your flower whisper is, let us be grateful to those who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. So just a good reminder to be grateful for the peeps in your life, and the positive people in your life, and the people that bring out your best and that want you to change into your new versions of yourself. Not that they want you to be different, but they're like, oh, hey, like if you want to improve and expand your mind and open up your heart and do your forgiveness practice, and it's like they're cheerleading you on, and they encourage you to be your best version of you. So let's appreciate those charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Your hypnotic word is the 4 of clubs. There's no need to, ... There's no need to. All right, before I read that, I just want to see what clubs are all about. Money and finances. 4 of clubs. Oh, sorry. Changes for the worst. Lies and betrayal. So yeah, be grateful to those who make you happy. However, be aware of lies and betrayal and changes for the worst. Is that what you're afraid of? Do you think if you let that old version of you go, this is going to be a change for the worst? If there's a little bit of fear creeping in on you, might want to assess that and see what that's all about. Okay, so there's no need to ... There may not be a need, but chances are you're going to do it anyway. There's no need to get really good at hypnosis. There's no need to solve all sorts of things while you sleep. And there's no need to keep thinking about this. Tip: you can insert any embedded command after saying there's no need to. So this is some of that reversed psychology babble. It's like, hey, there's no need to eat chocolate with me. You're probably going to eat some chocolate with me. You know, there's no need to fully blossom into your newest, best, highest version of yourself. There's no need to let the past go. There's no need to be grateful. So it's just sort of like a way to trip your trigger, trip your brain functioning, like it confuses you, but yet you get the command. Your command. There's no need to get really good at hypnosis, right? But you are anyways. There's no need to love me, but you will. All right, let's see what our flower essence is. Oh, we got pine. We got pine, y'all. It's number 24. And it's like either parents, I was going to say grandparents, but they probably just dressed old-fashioned. Parents, and then a little boy in his overalls, his knickers that are also overalls. This is like something my mother would have made me wear. As a kid, number 24, I love knickers. They call them like capris now, or half pants, but like knickers go to the knees, and they usually had like a snap buckle. His have 2 little buttons. All right, so here's your flower essence of pine. The message is, forgive the children and ask fathers for forgiveness. I don't think we've ever pulled this one. Forgive the children and ask fathers for forgiveness. By distinguishing blame from error and responsibility, you free yourself from rigid mental schemes. Discover the benevolence of the Father that overcomes all judgment. Accept the possibility of humans making mistakes. Ooh, so there's no need to forgive people. But you probably will once you realize that once you do your forgiveness work, you will be set free. So yeah, like this is so interesting how, like, once you start reading the Course in Miracles and doing the lessons, like everything ties into that. And so one part of the Course in Miracles book is like, it was saying that like so many people, like if they perceive their perception of God as a judgmental, condemning God that you must fear, they will not look to the Father for help because they think they're gonna get into more trouble. But it's like, that's silly, because God is love, and love really, I mean, love is forgiving, but love doesn't forgive because it never condemned, And it's like, tap into that unconditional benevolence of the Father, of the divine masculine, of God, of Source, whatever you want to call it. And, try to be that in your life as well. So, yeah, like, yes, let's be grateful to those who make us happy, the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom, and not condemn and judge anybody else. That's a tricky thing, because it's like a lot of times when you're grateful for one person, you're like, I'm grateful for Sally, but Josh over there, Josh is a jerk, That's your ego, split mind, always condemning, always judging, always, even if you're focused on good, there's like another part of your mind that's focused on bad, that's like, so that's kind of why it's like, yeah, you got to get into appreciation without the judgment, the silent judgment, right? Like, thank you for making my soul blossom. You, on the other hand, so Pine wants you to forgive, maybe children, forgive the children. And that's what people, even if they're adults, sometimes they act like children, right? So forgive. Ask for forgiveness yourself. Call on the law of forgiveness if you need it in your life. Like if like you all of a sudden realize that like you maybe hurt somebody and you maybe didn't even mean to, but you did. Call on the law of forgiveness for yourself and for that situation. Try to get away from blaming. Okay? Take responsibility, but don't feel like you've done anything wrong. Just fix it. Free yourself from the rigid mental schemes. You feeling guilty is a scheme of the ego to always keep you feeling bad. So let's try to maybe get over that and understand that everybody makes mistakes, and we can forgive others just like we would like to be forgiven when we make a mistake. All right, let's see what your botanic whisper is. Your essential oil. Ooh, such good ones today. Sandalwood. Sandalwood, sacred, connection, maturity. So are you done being a child in a sense? That like the child that like might be getting in trouble all the time? Are you done blaming yourself? Are you done judging yourself? Are you done with judgment? Because that would be a step towards a sacred connection. That would be a very mature development in your psyche if you could release yourself from judgment. That is a story that was like just completely indoctrinated into us as children so that we would be controlled, right? You better be good or Santa won't come. You better not do anything bad or you're going to go to hell or the devil will get you, right? Like all this judgment, like, well, God wouldn't like that. Really, Mom? Right? Like how much of this is just to control society and for parents to control their kids and for church to control the people and the governments to control and this to control. And it's like, whoa, at some point you do have to release yourself from that. So sandalwood could also have a little bit of like a message about restless, inflexible, or detachment. So when grounded, I am able to stretch my limits to deepen my connection to the divine. My spirit is ageless and sacred. So your spirit, who you truly are, your divine essence, has no age. It is eternal. It is sacred. It belongs to Source. And as you stretch into that energy more and more and more, you do become closer and closer to that divine love, to that connection. And then it really just seems ridiculous that that source of divine love would ever judge you for anything. So I know that might ruffle a lot of feathers, but you'll never be judged. Only your ego judges. Only other people's egos judge. Your hearts do not judge. And Source, God, love, all that is, divine, infinite wisdom, does not judge. I'm sorry if that's what you read in your Bible, but that was really manipulated big time. They took the words of Jesus and twisted them and used how they wanted to use it. And they made people fearful of God so that they could be controlled. There is nothing to fear of the Father. That is what Pine is saying. That is what Sandalwood is saying. That's even what Bay Laurel is kind of saying. It's like he wants to go to the light, but he's reversed and held on to this dead-ass form because his ego is saying, you should be scared of the light. You shouldn't go to the light. You shouldn't. You know why? Because the ego knows that's the end of it. That's the end of it for the ego. So the ego wants you to be afraid of connecting with the Divine Father energy. All right, I'm just saying. Click. Hello? Are you still there? Okay, your soul flower is periwinkle, which is a message of intertwining. And periwinkle says, okay, periwinkle steps up to the mic, tap, tap, tap. All is well, okay? All is as it should be. All is well. All is as it should be, okay? There's no need to get too crazy about anything. There's just everything's good. Take a deep breath. Periwinkle is here helping you to weave together all the lessons and all the experiences of the past and all the wisdom gained so that you can move forward with understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. I shit you not. And forgiveness. So this definitely is a message of forgiveness and moving forward. So that's why Bay Laurel is here with death, endings, closure. It's just saying, listen, you've got that one small but gigantic ego attachment that's holding you back from the sacred connection. So let's learn the lessons. Let's intertwine all the experiences, weave them together, and harvest the wisdom so that we can move forward with understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. So periwinkle also says, growth is assured as you find the courage to examine and explore new facets of yourself. So if you could have the courage to, question every single belief system that you hold, you might be able to explore new facets of yourself. So that's the only disclaimer I would mention to anybody who would want to do the Course in Miracles. Disclaim out the wazoo. This book might turn your life inside out and upside down and make you question reality as you know it. However, it turns you into a happier human. So, the ego's like, whoa. I already set up this reality for myself. I was very persistent at lying and creating it to serve me. So the ego is like, don't do it. But if you start going within and stretching your limits to deepen your connection to the divine, I guarantee you're gonna hear the heart call. I guarantee that you are going to be pulled to the light, to the truth. And your curiosity will grow like mine did. Like, well, how will it change my perception and my reality and my journey? And so I thought, I'm going to give it a go, right? I'm going to try it out. And it sure did change a lot. That was just 1 year. So I'm going for my 2nd year, and really, really curious to see what evolves out of it and what I find out about myself. You know, I've discovered so much this past year. All right, so now we've got your Ondarian activation. This one should have been in with the first pile. It's Ondarian gold. Ondarian gold. There's no need to accept this golden activation. There's no need to forgive anybody. There's no need to explore facets of yourself. Right? I love reverse psychology. All right, so here's your activation. Thanks so much. That was a pretty heavy duty message, wasn't it? I need to eat pancakes. I need to eat pancakes soon. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath. This is a really light, yellowy, golden, beautiful Ondarian crystal who says, I am a pure embodiment of the gold ray, the light from the heavenly realms. I transmit this heavenly light into your mind, body, spirit, and life. I bring peace to your mind. Give your cares and worries to me, and I will gift you with magical synchronicities and miracle manifestations of great abundance for the mutual benefit of all. Hold me to your heart and feel my warm, nurturing, divine mother embrace. You are infinitely loved and safe. All is well. Rest now, dear one, in the arms of the divine. So something really cool that I've been noticing that's happening in my readings, when we have like a really strong like divine masculine, we'll get a card of the divine feminine too at the end to balance it out. And so pine flower essence brought in the father in such a big way that I just am tickled that Ondarian gold brings in the nurturing energy of the feminine, the divine mother embrace. So, which really makes this pile number 7 feel a lot better for me, because like I was like, oh shit, I gotta ruffle everybody's feathers. But then the divine mother comes in and just gives us all a hug, and we're like, oh, okay, all is well. And that's what Pine said too. All is well. So even if things get a little bit, like I said, you start to question your belief systems and what you've believed for so long because it was programmed into you, but now you're kind of like trying to find things out for yourself and having a different look at things. And, you know, because it's like, dang, like maybe a journey down forgiveness lane would be so beneficial to you, right? But it's going to challenge you at times. So you just have to remind yourself that all is well. You are supported, okay? Give your worries, to God or to Jesus. Or like my friend Flossie says, I cast this burden into the Christ within, right? Take this burden from me, right? So that I may love, so that I may forgive, so that I may feel peace. And that's exactly what we all want to have manifest inside of us and in the world. Peace. Peace for all, love for all. And that starts with knowing that all is well. That's what Periwinkle said too. All is well. All is as it should be. So we have so much support. So as soon as you're ready to let go, like Bay Laurel says, as soon as you're ready to let go of those last ego attachments, the light is ready to embrace you and accept you in. It's here now, and it will be here for you more and more and more as you stretch into your connection, as you extend your arms and your heart outward and upward into the light, to the divine, right? You will deepen your connection, and then you'll be the charming gardener who makes other people's souls blossom. And then they'll be grateful for you, and you'll be grateful for them, and everybody will just be happy, happy, happy. And you will truly be living a life where you can know wholeheartedly that everything, all is well. All is as it should be. Okay, last one, last pile, number 83. It's only 12:18, you guys. It's still basically morning. All right, 83. So this number really does have that sunshine gold border on it, and 8 plus 3 equals 11, master number. So if you've decided to hang out the whole time and get all of them because you used a greedy little bugger, then it's kind of like we've progressed maybe into mastery. Wouldn't that be cool? That it's like, yes, I'm doing my forgiveness work. Yes, I really am understanding that everything I want and need is inside of me. I am a whole being. I am complete. And yeah, I'm feeling better and better and better and better. All right, let's jump into our plant spirit oracle, because that's been pretty fun. Okay, you got elder. You got the elk of light. So we are progressing. That was so funny that I said that, and now I'm gonna make it be true. Okay, in this deck there are 2 elder cards. There's the scary elder mother, and she's like nightmares and banishment. But you got the elk of light elder. So there's 2 elder cards because it just needed to be done. And this one, it does have a message of protection and refuge, but the third keyword is guardianship. So I'm just like totally up in the Course in Miracles today, and it made me think right away of the sonship that, you know, we're all a part of, okay, whether you want to believe it or not. Like, we're all one. We're all part of one collective. And in this book, they call it the sonship. So anyways, the guardianship is coming in. And it's this incredible elk, which is just a big deer, with these huge antlers. And on the antlers turn into an elder bush, and it's just loaded with purple berries, the purple elderberries. And behind this forest clearing, the sky is illuminated with golden light. So this is the elk of light, the elder. All right, very, very cool. Let's see what your flower whisper says. It too has a sun daisy on it. So far we've got lots of yellow and white and illumination in the color scheme for your cards. If you pick the last pile, number 83, and your flower whisper says, the flower doesn't dream of the bee. It blossoms and then the bee comes. So it's like, yeah, we can get lost in fantasy and dreaming about what we want, but it would be so much more beneficial for us just to bloom into our whole true selves like a flower blossoms, and we just radiate our beauty and our light and our sweet fragrance of love, and then we, through the laws of the universe, attract like energy. we attract what we want, what we need, what would benefit, who we need to be with, right? So you don't need to dream of the bee, just blossom, and then the bee comes, right? It's just nature. It's just how it works. Okay, you got the 8 of diamonds. I don't know how, ... Oh, you don't know how to blossom, huh? Is that what you were going to say? All right, let's see. So we know from last time diamonds are work-related and deal with affairs of the house. The 8 of diamonds, it says late in life marriage. What? What does that mean? Late in life marriage, like you're getting married later on, or late in your life marriage? Late in life marriage. Oh, late in life marriage. Hey guys, it doesn't matter if it took you 60 years to finally blossom. You're gonna attract the bee. Wink, wink. All right, late in life marriage. Got it. Travel in winter, financial cycles. Travel in winter, financial cycles, late in life marriage. That's the 8 of diamonds. Okay. I don't know how, ... You cannot know how all sorts of things will happen. This pattern uses that, quote, not knowing, and implies that it's going to happen anyway. It's a simple pattern to use. So just attach not knowing to what you want to have happen. Here's an example. I don't know how you'll resolve all of this in record time. I don't know how you'll blossom and bring in the bee, but you will. I don't know how you'll resolve all of this in record time. I don't know how, but it's going to happen anyways. All right, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop. Your flower essence is white chestnut, number 35. Also a number 8. So white chestnut's kind of like, she's looking to the right or left. It's like her right, but it looks like our left. And she's got like her one finger on the top of her lip. What is that non-physical, or what does that physical communication say? Like she's thinking or dreaming? Let's see. Okay, white chestnut says, dispel your thoughts. They are not the only truth. They are not your guide, especially when they become repetitive mental chatter. Find calm in a steady rhythm. All right, so I'm definitely honing in on the message that's like, listen, if you've just been daydreaming and getting lost in fantasy, repetitive thinking, where is my this, where is my that, or just kind of like, yeah, like having like cyclic repetitive thinking, and you can't get out of it. At some point you have to tell yourself, listen, I don't need to believe everything that I think. And actually these thoughts have become very distractive, and so I dispel them now. They are not the only truth. As a matter of fact, I know these ones specifically are not, right? Sometimes you just know you're thinking untruths, but it's like, well, why do I keep thinking them? Why do they keep... That is one thing that flower essences really do help with so much. That repetitive thinking that you just can't seem to get out of. Flower essences are really good to help you overcome that. So is motherwort. Oh yeah. Motherwort is awesome to get rid of those overwhelming repetitive thoughts. And yeah, also the Course in Miracles. Sorry, you guys, I'm going to recruit you at some point. Find calm in a steady rhythm. So what can you do right now, though? You can breathe and get focused on the now moment, on just to being present. I don't know how you're going to stop these repetitive thoughts, but you will. right? And really focus on the light. Let the light guide you. So if you can calm down a bit. And sometimes I find that it's helpful that if your thoughts are whirling and twirling in your head on repeat, like a freaking broken record, you just say, oh, here it is again. There, that same thought is again and again. I see you. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to think about something else. And then purposely take command of the wheel and think something else. All right, your oil is frankincense. Oh my God, literally, you guys, we got the best oils today. Frankincense is all about rituals, enlightenment, and gifts. Now, the negative side is curse, negativity, and theft. So don't let these repetitive thoughts be thieves. They are stealing your peace. They are stealing your peace of mind. They are stealing your focus, and they're not even your truth. Why are you thinking them? Right? Your mind has become a broken record, and it's up to you to fix it. I don't know how you'll fix it, but you will, right? I don't know how you'll resolve all of this in record time. I am grateful for the wisdom that everything is a gift. From the most precious joy to the deepest cut, I allow it all to elevate me. So it's like, start to look for the gift in it. Start to look that everything is an experience, even if it's uncomfortable. Like, okay, hello, repetitive thoughts, my old friend, how are you? You have something to teach me? What is it? Like, just talk to yourself like a crazy person. I highly recommend talking to yourself like a crazy person and being grateful that you know, you can find a lot of wisdom in just looking at that which is the problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, if your repetitive thoughts are the problem, don't try to ignore them and let them run around like chickens with their head cuts off. You know, their heads are all cut off and they're just running around your head, and you're trying to pretend like they're not there. They are there, and they are distracting you. And it's like, you need to just sometimes step up in your mental space. Show up and claim your space and say, I am here now. And I clear out this mental chatter. And watch it all dispel. Watch it all get quiet. They weren't expecting you to show up. They weren't expecting you to show up. All right, you get crocus as your soul flower, opening. Tender crocus is one of the first flowers to appear in the spring. She is gently reminding you to open to the beauty and softness of the world, even though it may seem harsh and inhospitable at times. Trust in the process. Open and accept the possibility that there is love and magic surrounding you always. So, I love it. It's like, listen, just like there are two elder cards, you can either get lost, you can get lost in the nightmare, but you can get lost in any of the dream. You know what I mean? Like any type of fantasy, you can kind of get lost in that. And I feel like crocus is saying, hey, that does serve its purpose at times, you know, like visualization. But if you're being swept away with your repetitive thinking, with your endless fantasizing, with your endless wishing in your mind, your endless dreaming, quit dreaming. Just become, okay? Just blossom. And how do you do that? Crocus comes in with your answer, which is basically trust in your now moment. Open and accept the possibility that there is love and magic surrounding you always. If you could just bloom now, even if it's winter. And remember, you got that 8 of diamonds that said like travel in winter, which was kind of weird. But it's not so weird now that you got the crocus, because many times there's still snow on the ground, but crocus is blooming. If you can just bloom where you're at, regardless of what season, what environment, if you could bloom now, you will attract the bees. You will attract the dreams that you want. You will attract all the gifts. And you're going to see everything as a gift, right? Because frankincense reminds you that even the most precious joy to the deepest cut, it can all elevate you if you use the wisdom inside of you that sees everything as a gift. Know that you are protected, the Elk of Light says, like the divine energy protects you all the time. You are safe to be here and just experience life the way it is. You're still totally in command and you have the ability to change your thoughts, but also there is so much power in surrendering and just being where you are. All right, last card. Yep, that's what I thought. You got the Andarian Storm. So even if it's winter, even if it's storming, even if you are being swept away and almost drowning in your repetitive thinking, you're like, this is just crazy. You know, there is a lesson to be learned. There is a gift in it. There really is. And maybe that gift is you finally stepping into your own power to take control of your mind. Quit letting it run around like a crazy horse. Oh my God, your mind has been a crazy horse. It's been a chicken with its head cut off. Like, it's crazy. Your mind is crazy. You might feel cursed by it because it just thinks about negative things again and again and again. And yeah, like I said, it's stealing your peace. So what is it trying to teach you? It's trying to teach you that you can show up in there. It's your mind, and you can take control of the steering wheel, and you can direct it, and you can think your thoughts, and you can think thoughts that you want to think about, and you can think and be aware of the present moment and really slow your thinking down to the point where maybe what you need is no thoughts. That's almost impossible, but you can slow it down to the point where like you really do empty out that space and allow your mind to be at peace. So your activation from Andarian Storm is, I will assist you in working with your shadow aspects. Allow your shadow to become illuminated and brought into wholeness. I will help you to read energy and see between the veils. I am a sorcerer's stone. Great magic is available to you when you work with me. I will open you to channel messages and insights from your highest self. I can help you to see the gifts even amongst the darkest of circumstances. All right, so now my cards are freaking me out. They really have been so cooperative today. So Andarian is saying, yeah, again with the gifts, just like frankincense. It's like you can find the gifts even in the darkness. You can find the gifts in your shadow. Once you illuminate your shadow, it's going to dispel all the darkness, but it will leave the gift. It will leave the lesson. It will leave the wisdom. Okay? You will gain the wisdom when you do your shadow work. So allow your shadow to become illuminated. That's what I'm saying. Look at it. Get in your mind and look at your nasty thoughts. Get into your shadow and look at it for what it is. It's usually just smoke and mirrors and illusions and things that you have made up. But it's not until you look at it square in the eye and see it for what it is. When you become fearless, all that fear it's not true. It's just illusions, and it all falls away when you decide to have the courage to go there. Lots of people want to avoid shadow work because they think it's going to be bad. Yeah, it might be, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it, really. And Elder with the Elk of Light is here to offer you protection. It has that big illumined sky behind it. It's saying it's totally safe to look at the darkness because you're traveling with light. You're traveling in the light. You're walking the lighted path. As soon as you go into the darkness, the light will dispel it. But you need to go there. You need to go there. And look, you guys, we're ending on such an awesome note. Ondarian Storm says, yeah, and once you do that, you're going to be open. Just like Crocus had a message of opening. You're going to get opened up. When you get your mind chatter with White Chestnut to chill the F out, your mind is going to be opened up. We're going to have clarity. We're going to have peace. We're going to have space. And guess what we're going to do with this openness? We're going to channel messages and insights from our higher selves. We're going to have more space within our noggin to download insightful and illuminated information from you, from your highest self. So if that sounds good to you, let that be your incentive and motivation to do your shadow clearing work, right? Let yourself go there, okay? And shine the light within. So remember, all you need to do is blossom and then everything falls into place, right? I don't know how, ... I don't know how this all works, but I know from doing it myself, I can tell you that it does. Now, granted, I haven't really attracted the perfect bee yet, or all the money, right? There are a few things that I'm still working on, but that's not even the kind of stuff that matters. The kind of stuff that I did attract and that I did open myself to is the real deal. Forgiveness, love, peace, stepping into a new version of myself that really serves me and that I really can enjoy, right? Self-love, self-respect, compassion, forgiveness. I know I already said that, but it's worth saying twice. That's the kind of stuff that's the true gifts from doing your spiritual work. So anyways, on that note, you guys, wow, good job, 83. Remember that you will find the gifts. You will find the gifts in everything, even the darkest of circumstances, when you're traveling with the light. And that is truly what enlightenment is. It is. All it is bringing it in, opening up to it. You're already enlightened in the higher realms. Your higher self, your highest self, is already enlightened. You just have to open up to it and clear out the clutter and let go of the darkness. And it's really, really easy to do. I don't know how. All you do is shine the light. Let it in. Let the light in and trust in the process. Wow, thank you so much, you guys. I would say on an ending note, just remember to ask your guides for help, right? The Elder Elk was like, hey, ask us for help. Ask the animals, ask the plants, ask the herbs, ask your higher self for help, ask Archangel Michael for help, ask Jesus for help, ask the fairies for help, ask the elementals for help, ask the dragons for help, ask everything in the non-physical for help. You will have more support than you want. But hey, when you do decide to look at your old limiting beliefs and the old stories come up and the tears come up and the traumas come up, just, you know what, say, this is time now to sit through this and look at it and ask it, what is the lesson? What can I learn from this? What do you want to show me? I see you. I acknowledge you. I love you. And just be with it. Let the tears flow. And as you go into your darkness, let the light come in, because that is what you are. You are light. You are love. That is what you are. And once you know that, you're not afraid to deal with whatever it is that it's time for you to deal with. So anyways, I hope that doesn't mean it's going to be a crazy long weekend, but I'm just saying, be prepared to do your work and know that it is a gift and blessing to be able to do so. That's what we came here for. So anyways, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me for another week here at Ho at Herb Oracle. Feels surreal a little bit. It just flew by, but yet it was 100 years long, and I'm looking forward to do another one with you next week in a couple days on Monday. I'll see you Monday for real. We're gonna do our 34th herb, and guess what it is? Plantain. So there you go. I'm excited about that, and then we're gonna manifest, I guess, more pride. I'm not sure about that. But I am totally sure about plantain, and definitely spending more time and having fun with you. So on that note, thank you, thank you, thank you.